news, text, and little updates.
Let's hear it for you.
And disregard that. Okay, guys, this is the 30 seconds that we're going to be going over, so pay close attention to your timing here. I didn't say this in my video before, but the girls who are doing the attitude turn, I want to make sure that you are practicing lifting that knee here and making sure that we're not leaning, that we're leaning to the corner, not directly to the side enough. Hey guys, we're ready to work on heroes today. Just like in class, I want you to do it full out in the beginning and for like the whole dance, and then full out at the end, the entire dance. But we're going to work on a section that has already been placed at the beginning of this video. So you'll see we're going to be starting from our columns in the beginning and moving through the section of press and press. So the problem that we have with heroes is that there are no counts, and we really rely on each other for timing and movement. I felt like your timing was much better at boogie, so definitely pay close attention to the video that I'm posting within this video of you guys doing it, and try to stay true to that timing. But I want to be very meticulous and particular about where your hands and where your feet should be. So I'm actually going to be watching your video and referring back to it, so this way in that section, so this way I can be exactly precise about clarifying where you need to know about hands and feet and contractions and shoulders down, whether we're pedestrian walking, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so let's get started. You guys know what to do. I trust you to work really hard and maintain all of your skills and partnering. Unfortunately, it's just, that's something that we have to do with each other, and I have the, fullest faith in you that that is not going to falter and that we are going to get back in it and it'll be just fine. So let's go ahead and get started from our walk forward. I want to clarify that we need to make sure that we're walking with our heel first, and I'm just clarifying arms. They're all straight down. Yeah, everybody had them, did that. So whenever we're walking, it is right. Take a big step. If you need to come into almost like a flex develope, I would like that, because what I'm getting is this, like really close to the floor. So make sure that we're really lifting and press, lifting and press, heel to toe. All right. Once we hit the next section, sorry, I'm gonna pull my brightness up. Okay, so you made it to your spot in those two drags, or two or three, how many ever it took you to get there. When we are here and we bring our foot around to get ready for that rond de jambe back and press. Now look, I'm making a contraction right here. I've got some of you who are just doing shoulders and you're not in plie. And so you're up here and everybody else is down here. Okay, so make sure that you're contracting from the belly and not just the shoulders. And contract, pointing, turning out right here. When we open up, our hands come into a V and around and down. Big rond de jambe all the way to the side. And around. Yes? All right, so let's move to that. Right after that. It's been a hot minute since I did this part. Press, 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 and around. So after, when we come around, make sure that this arm is shampooing over and not out this way. This is where we're rolling to the floor from there. So we're gonna, y'all, I'm real sore from doing all the stretch classes last night, so me getting up and down, you're gonna have to bear with me. All right, and rond de jambe around, around. Not going the right way. You guys, I really don't have a lot of space here, so please disregard like this section going through. Just watch the video and make sure that we're hitting all of our feet correctly. Slide through. So we roll and slide through. All right, so when we're here, what I'm noticing on the floor, especially when we tuck here, is that our feet are not pointed on the floor. So we really need to press through the feet. Arms drop to the side, around. When we get here, you're going to press and press your hips forward. All right, and slide. That hurts on the carpet. And slide and through.
This part? Okay, so again, disregard this because I think I did this on the wrong leg. It should be the leg behind that does the hip swing. Let's see.
Okay, especially
that took me forever to get. Yeah.
And around.
I did it. I just did it facing the wrong direction. So you know what's up. You've got it. Don't worry too much about that section.
But
just pay attention to feet and the right direction. Because I was not facing the right direction.
Hip roll.
Like at all.
And up and over. All the way to the. So when we do the leg lift up and over to here.
Girls, I would like you to push your hips all the way up, a lot higher than I'm pushing mine up here. I know you can do that 10 times better, but make sure those hips are really pushed to the ceiling there.
Sorry, I had that backwards. Making sure that when we do our toe up, after that, when we roll back into the toe up, our feet aren't sickled. And I can't do a toe up, so I'm not gonna see one of those today. But you're on this team, so a thing. I'm looking right now, and it looks like there are a couple of you who, if you have your legs out really wide, but your knees are coming in. Abby, Michael, I know that you're bad about that one. Kayla, same thing. Your legs are a little bit open wide. Callie, they're open a little wide, and your knees are coming in. So make sure that we're staying nice and parallel and coming up and over, straight up, okay? The arms for that lift, for that toe up, are reaching straight down. And push. I don't want this, so I want you to look at your fingers on that section. Make it a push through the body, not snaps and weird wrist, okay? Like I said, we're doing tiny, tiny little things today, and the wrist and hands are a big deal. All right, so up and over. My people who are doing the attitude turn, I want you to, as soon as you come up from the push, I want you to hit right arm forward and back into that prep, okay? Because I saw a lot of different arms there. So make sure that we're press and step. Yes. On the floor, the ones who are going back down to the floor, you're in the arabesque. You're facing the back. So you should be this way. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. It's just I'm all mixed up and turned around from the video. So when you push up, when you step back, your hands come from here, and I want you to leave this one down and press them up as you slide. Don't break them through. Just pull up. So, and toe up and slide down. Pointing that foot, pressing your heel to the floor. Yes. Floor sections looks really good except for opening up in your hip flexors. So what I want you to imagine is that when you're doing that pull through, yes, from the slide out to the split, roll it over to the straddle. When you come up, or I think you go to the straddle and up and over, make sure we're not turning our feet in, that our feet are nice and turned out. And you'll find that when you roll over that right shoulder to go into the next movement on the floor, if you're turned out, it's easier to rotate and nice and clean bring those legs together, right? I think it's when you before the flip, right? So up and over, you're in the straddle, slide down. I'm probably doing this the wrong direction because for some reason I have it all mixed up on which direction you're facing for this, but because I'm used to watching you so much instead of doing it. I just want to clarify being strong in your legs, keeping them nice and straight and pointed through that whole thing. When we slide our arm under for the roll, I want you to make sure that you're keeping your chest up.
Yeah, it's definitely facing the other direction.
My girls who are doing the attitude into the penché, when the arms come here for the breath at the end, making sure I want to see the arms up and down. Let's just make sure that we're all carrying on the right way. Yeah, so some of you are going like straight into it with arms here. Make sure we're turning it. You're facing this direction, that you're turning it under here. Yes, there we go. All right. Next section that I noticed, whenever we do the press out and in, my middle section, what I'm not seeing from you is where you go up into a V first. I noticed that everybody just went straight out straight out in all 3 groups. It's my first and back line that go press out, but my middle line, you should press up into a pressed V and then out in the plie section, okay? So make sure if you are Callie, Stella, Ashlyn, and Abby, that you're pressing up and out, not out and out. And you might have been here in that diagonal, but if you were, you weren't high enough. So make sure you're really hitting the definition of boom and out. Yes. Let me make sure it's not plie up. This is after the signal. Yeah, so everybody did press and press. So my middle line, make sure you're press and press. Good. This next section for pulling through. So we're here, and whatever, because y'all do this in different directions, so I'm just gonna pick a side. Wherever you're coming through, make sure that you're keeping your arm here for when it up and through. Is it the outside? It's the inside arm, right? Yeah, so the inside arm. So right, because we're coming up and around, like that is the movement. So look at my elbow. If you raise your elbow anymore, what happens? I'm blocking your face, right? So you want to make sure that it's here. Don't sickle that arm. That it's and up, and it's nice and strong, and that's in releve, nice and high, and it's not in a 5th releve, it's in a parallel releve, and then that is quasi to whatever direction you're going. Yes, so up and through. Now when we wrap it around here, right, make sure that you're pressing and you're scooping through that movement and you're plieing, yes, and press, and your front foot is popped. Some of you are flat foot and that looks like you're throwing up. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're getting from here and turn, wrapping around the body, pressing through the front foot, whichever direction that you're going. And then I think we're stopping there. All right, cool. Up and press. All right, cool. Up and press. Oh, what I'm seeing is, okay, so that's what I want to fix, because I see people tossing it and turning with it. Make sure you're hitting here, and then you lift to walk to your next position. It's not up and go. Because I want this to be a picture of everybody in different directions, pressing and then plie, and then step back to wherever you need to go, or step over. And remember, that's a pedestrian walk to that next section, because it's Ella's lift. All right. Oh, you guys, I miss you, and I can't wait to see you really soon. I'm really, really, really trying to be super positive and optimistic that I'll get to see you sooner than later. And I know you're at home, you're kicking butt, and you're working hard, you're still training, and that just makes me a super proud dance teacher, and I can't wait to be back in the studio with you. I've said it 1,000 times because I think it 1,000 times a day. That's just where we're at. So sleep well, or if you're doing this in the morning, enjoy the rest of your day. Love you guys. Bye. Wave 75 times. Okay, see you later.